So it is now June, so this is a late May garden tour because the end of May and the first few days of June I was up in Wales at the caravan. So I was there for just shy of 10 days. So the May garden tour didn't get filmed, and I've done nothing. I've not even been out here for 10 days because I've not been here. But so I thought I'd come and do a check of the garden and give you a garden tour, which is effectively my May garden tour. But look at what has happened while I was away at the caravan. I got back and I was making a cup of tea, and then I suddenly noticed pink through the window, and look, the roses have opened, or the start of them opening. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? So we've got a climbing rose and we've got a shrub rose. These are both David Austin roses. I'll show you this as well. Look, I bought some parsley for 60p from the shop and I thought it had died, but look, there's new stuff coming through. This seems to still be going strong. The coriander and the basil are still going strong. This is a sort of ground cover plant I've put in as well. The lavender as well. Look, the lavender's opened. But I'm so excited about the roses. Oh my gosh, look guys, it makes my soul so happy. Isn't that beautiful? And then you also may have spotted that there is some blue in that corner. So in May, I used a friend's broken gazebo, pieces of that she was just going to throw out, and I threw in my car instead. And I made a arbour for this overhanging bit of rose to trail across so that I can open this back gate. So I was really struggling to get in and out of this gate. And so that was a big part of May. It's made access out really easy. And because I've got this colour all the way along here, I wanted to throw a little bit of different colour underneath the arbour to demarcate it. And what the plans for this, I'm going to turn this into sort of Frida Kahlo Mexican sort of outdoor altar, ancestor altar, inspired by Mexico, the Day of the Dead, Frida Kahlo. Because I've got this chair, which I've just noticed I've screwed in upside down, that's going to have to be changed. I'd got this chair and it had all crumbled and just the back of the chair remained, and I didn't want to throw it out because it got Frida on. So I covered the hole that was in the fence with some pink wood and screwed that on, and I'm going to put chimes from it. And then I got these little tin pieces of art off Etsy. These were like £3 each. So I'm going to slowly collect some more of those. And I've got plans for this for outdoor altar, but I do need to turn that the right way up. I hadn't noticed that till now. And also I planted some marigolds, but I'm not sure that they're getting enough sun, to be honest. That one might possibly there, because of course marigolds are a sort of Mexican Day of the Dead kind of flower, and yeah, I wanted marigolds there, but oh, look at that, that makes my heart so happy. And the petunias, look, the night sky petunias are opening. Look at those. So different coloured purples just in one plant, look. So the pots survived me being away for 10 days. What I did is I gathered them all together and I put them in a shady part of the garden. So not on this shelf, I didn't leave them out. I'm beginning to get flowers on those, look. And this pot from last year, not only did this petunia come back, but look, also there's a geranium that's coming back as well in there. I've done nothing to it, and a self-seeding buddleia from somewhere. Even that up there's come back, which is unbelievable. Also, we've got the Lavateria. So this is the mallow that I've got in the garden. It's beginning to open. If you watched my video, one of my diaries, you can see I tried to clear out some of that bed. It's still not finished. And then all my tyres from the tip. This isn't quite positioned correctly yet. I still need to play with that, but I ran out of time in May, so you can see the start of an idea there coming. But all of this had some work on it, and then it was such a lovely welcome home to come back to this. So what have we got going on in here? Look, we've got these opening. Now this stuff here, this little flower here, is Kennel Ivy, and you will see it in my garden on the wall over here. It literally comes back every year, and over the course of the spring and summer it begins to spread all over the wall, and it's just glorious. It grows in virtually no soil, on rockeries, on steps. I can see in front of it I've got some wild geranium coming, which I'm really pleased about. I have missed the wild geranium this year. I didn't know where it had gone. But yeah, the Kennenworth Ivy, if you pull a little bit of it out and plant it, it looks like it always looks like it's died, but it always comes back. The Kennenworth Ivy this side has struggled a little bit. I think that's the dogs weeing up it, to be honest. But there are bits on the ground down here that have self-seeded from nowhere. And in some of these pots, look, it's taken a hold in these pots. And we've got growth from the clematis, which never flowered last year. Look, it's going all the way up, which is amazing. I planted a fresh lavender in there. I gave up the ghost on the old one. We've got flowers starting here. The Astilbe from last year has come back, which is lovely. There's a Dahlia coming up there as well from last year, which is great. Now this fennel has just gone just crazy. It's as tall as me, look at it. But behind it, this is a clematis that was brilliant last year, and that hasn't come back. That's died, which I'm really sad about. And the Longwort is sending up new growth. I think I might pull off these silver bits as well to try and get it to flower, because this has lovely blue flowers on. And this stuff here, I think this stuff is called Dragon's Blood. What's that? It's saying there's a common thyme in there somewhere. I don't know where that's gone. But this stuff spreads, and this is the stuff I've got growing over the gate over there. The Longwort, I've got another one of those around here. Underneath here, look, if I look up, can you see all the Lavaterias overgrowing? And you can see the same things happening with this. So it looks like the old blue flowers need pulling off, and I need to clear it back. I've got a lemon verbena here. I'm going to look at making tea with this year. And underneath here, you can see that Kennelworth Ivy. Look, it is growing out of that pot all the way down, twisting through the unicorn and growing along here. Oh, and the pots, look, the petunias came back from last year. Literally, I've just ignored these pots, as you can see. But there's petunias. I mean, look at these, have just come back. And verbena. I need to tidy them up and get the dead out and just give them a fighting chance. I mean, look at this. The live is growing on the dead. I've not even watered them. Things just want to grow. I mean, look at that. Things want to grow. So, coming around here, look, the fuchsia's coming back. And the petunias. Oh, look at those night sky petunias. They really are something else. And then over here in this corner, this is all lettuce that's self-seeded, which gets these lovely yellow flowers on, and I just love it because it gets all frothy yellow flowers. I can come out and pick it as well. I think this is Rocket, which I love. Look, you can see some of that Kennenworth Ivy that I've just poked in is beginning to grow through and down. So wherever you shove a little piece of it, it will begin to grow. Look again up here in the pot holding this clematis, which has been lovely. That's been really lovely. There's Kennenworth Ivy growing there. There's winter roses as well. Hellebores rather. And here that the neighbour gave me, they're just really spreading. Petunia from last year, look. Getting nibbled by something though. I pulled out the fuchsia from last year which died. I had all the fuchsias I bought last year, I don't think they were hardy, and there's one that died in Tilly's garden as well, so I bought a different plant for there. This is, I've forgotten, but that's doing well. Forget-me-nots, yeah, I grabbed some forget-me-nots last year from the top of the garden and shoved them in there. I've got some more of these flowers coming up as well, the mystery flower, which I want to take you and show you. I need to get in here. Look, the brambles are doing great, but so are the hostas, and so is the giant fern under the tree. We have another hosta here, look at the size of that. And we've got more dragon's blood has caught there. It just wants to grow itself. It's incredible. I mean, look at that bed now. It just looks amazing, doesn't it? And then of course we've got my old favourite, the heuchera. And then look at this beautiful foxglove that's come up in this pot here. I mean, look at that. So it's sort of pale pink at the bottom and it goes all the way up to yellow. Isn't that just glorious? I just love it. And then this side we've got this one, which we've got the tail end of that, which has been lovely too. You can see I put some more of that Kennelworth Ivy into here, hoping that it'll catch in here. And I brought some of this plant as well. Now this is Saxophoge, which is a ground cover, and it grows in rockeries and on steps. And just like the Kennelworth Ivy, I wanted to try and develop this Saxophoge to grow around the garden. We've got Herb Robert here, a wildflower of course, which I love to leave in places. Oh, the foxglove. Oh, and at the back in this thing, I treated myself to a clematis to go in the back to try and get this to train up here and get it coming across here to hopefully meet this dragon's blood, which has caught this side. Look how wonderful that looks up there. So happy about that. And the garden bed that I cleared, it looks like one of the branches has come off the tree, so I need to get in and get that. Oh, we've got flowers beginning to come on the hollyhocks, and we've got flowers down here. The climbing jasmine is just prolific. We've got a sweet William coming into flower down there, and then of course this is going to be a massive pink soon. But look, with the roses. Now, one of the big things that I did in May was I secured this gate and I raised it up higher, which I was really pleased about, with its own wind chime. So I haven't been in the garden for 10 days, so it's going to be as big a surprise for you as it is for me. This bed, I do need to get in and sort out some of the things going on in here. But look at the Oxide Daisies, aren't they gorgeous? And the lavender, oh my gosh, look. We've got feverfew coming into flower as well. More rogue potatoes here and here. And we've got ragwort coming up. Oh, no way, we've got strawberries, no way, we've got strawberries, look. Oh my gosh, we've got strawberries. That's so fantastic. And look, the strawberries all spread into the bed down there as well, around the feverfew, which is amazing. St. John's nettle is just all in flower and gorgeous. Look at the red vein dock, how big that grew. Wow. And do you remember I put eggshells around the first signs of last year's dahlias coming up? Well, look at them now. So the dahlias are definitely coming through. The greenhouse was clear, but my building sacks, which I put my weeds in, I put in there before I went away to Wales. So, oh wow, I planted some gladioli bulb in here and in there. But look, we've got the first signs of it coming up just in 10 days. And we've got more Oxide Daisies. Oh, and oh my gosh, both clematis are in flower. Look at all the flowers coming on this. Look at that, guys, isn't that gorgeous? Look at all the buds on it as well. Look, going all the way up here. And this one, which was on the floor, I came and I trained that up. Look, that's a darker blue. So you can see I still need to weed. I still need to pull all these dead heads off because there's new growth here. I need to get the brambles out again. I didn't get to it all. You can see in 10 days how quick the grass has grown as well. Wow, we've got foxgloves coming up here and here. Oh, and this is a wildflower as well that's coming through. That's awesome. So the Aquilegia looks like it's going over a little bit, but look how quick it's spreading. Oh, that's a dahlia coming up there as well from last year. And this is in flower now. Look at it. It's amazing. The lupins here are growing. And that buddleia that I found in the pot, which I haven't potted up yet, is growing. It all needs work, but look at the growth. The hostas as well. Look at the hostas. They've come out beautifully as well. And you can see now that I do need to get in and move that heuchera, because it does get swamped by the hostas. It got swamped last year and I should have moved it. So we've now got a painted table. That was done in May as well. So we're the other side of Tilly's garden now. You can see it's kind of a healthy mix between wildness, wildflowers, native wildflowers, which I want because of the bees and the insects, but also other plants like the clematis and the fuchsia. In here we've got, this is a huge dahlia coming up, which I didn't know whether it would come back because I should really have taken the tubers in, and I didn't take any dahlia tubers in. I just left them in the garden, but it seems to be coming back. But I'm really pleased. So I cleared all of this as well so you could get through here. And look, you can see just the amount of growth coming. There's forget-me-nots here. You can get down here now. There are Bishop's Dahlia, Bishop's Children Dahlia coming up in here, and other things, I'm not sure what. That's ragwort there. So still loads to do, but oh, it's just so lovely. Now this yellow flower, which I didn't know what it was, with all of these spiky petals, I think I'm remembering where I got it from. My friend at Busby's school gave me a little pot of them, and I'm sure they're beaded irises. I've been googling it and looking on my plant finder, and it says it's a beaded iris. So there you go, that's something. Look, we've got more strawberries coming up here. And then the garlic mustard is doing well. Look, I left a little patch of it there. And the composting bins. Rupert's decided he wants to keep digging there. Right, let me unbarricade this gate and let's go and see together what's happened at the top of the garden while I've been away for 10 days. So I've just lent that piece of gazebo against the bottom there where the dogs are pushing under. It's not secured yet. Oh my, look. We've got lots more of that beaded iris coming up. And this is all feverfew seeds I threw in. Oh my goodness me. That's going to be so beautiful. I can see strawberries in the strawberry barrel. Now this goji berry bush, I've been looking into how on earth you grow it and train it, and I need to get in and stake that, but of course I need to clear some of this first. It's just gone crazy. You can see I haven't really got to clearing the path. I've decided I'm going to get rid of this here and clear this area. So of course this area still needs tons of work. This I know. In May I did do a tiny little bit of strimming in here. At one point you could see the path again, but I need to get back in. But the bees will be enjoying the buttercups, so I'm not too bothered at the minute. Nature's enjoying that. And a lot of the clearing I did up here, and you can see already it's all coming back again. Oh my gosh, that dock has grown in 10 days. That's insane. So I cleared and dug out this. I need to re-clear it again, and then I'm going to build a little garden here. Buttercups have come up, and I just carried all of the bits of scrap material that I've got in the garden that I'm using for reclaimed projects. I've just put them all under the trampoline for now, because I don't want to get rid of anything yet, but you know, it's just so I'm not falling over it all the time. I still haven't secured this, but that's all right. This is all looking lovely. Needs weeding, I know. My gosh, look at this feverfew that's caught under here. And well, the ivy just speaks for itself. The ivy is just like that film The Blob. Oh no, we've got a toppled over foxglove here. I need to come off and stake that. And the forget-me-nots. This looks like it needs water. But look at this, I've done nothing up here yet. I've got to get up and get out. Bindweed, which comes back every year. Water it. And just make sure, look, there's bindweed creeping through. Oh, there's more foxgloves coming up, wow. And look, the peony as well. So that peony, I just love. That's moved with me from house to house, and I love it. And there's stilbies in there. You can see how big the heuchera get. And all of these ferns have self-seeded. Look, 1, 2, 3 ferns, which is amazing. But this looks like it needs a delve in, just to tidy it up a bit. How is my self-seeded fern doing underneath here? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, look. So, still all a mess. Still haven't finished clearing. Yep, it's a mess. I do get that, but it's still pretty gorgeous, I think. Oh, the climbing hydrangea's flowering for the first time. Can you see the white flowers? That's awesome. That's going to be quite a game to get in and try and weed that. But look, things want to grow. It literally just beautiful plants just taking over. Just amazing. And you can see we've got the first flower coming up on these feverfew. Feverfew is so pretty in the garden, and it flowers for such a long time. So still jobs that just require loads of work, but isn't it pretty? I mean, just the buttercups themselves are like little sparkles of joy in amongst mayhem. But I've just watched a video where it was talking about what are weeds, and the guy said to eradicate all weeds from your garden immediately, you just call them wildflowers and learn to value them. And that really does sum up how I feel about the garden. I mean, these buttercups are not weeds on the path. They're glorious wildflowers, just speckling everything with yellow. Oh, I love it. Oh, I know it's going to make some people's minds spin, but you know, I don't like manicured gardens, and I don't think nature likes manicured gardens either. And if you're not gardening with nature in mind, then what are you even doing? What are you even doing? I sometimes think, have to be honest, that gardeners have done more harm than good for the environment, because gardening is about control over nature, whereas rewilding a space is a walk hand in hand with nature. And for me, that's what gardening is all about. It's about rewilding and connecting with nature and working with it. And I love every second of it. So that's the rather late May garden tour. A bit of a surprise one for you and for me, because after 10 days away, I had no idea what I was going to be coming back to, because some of those 10 days were boiling hot, and there was nobody here to water the garden. But it's offered up some delights, most of all, of course, these beautiful roses open. So from Frida Kahlo corners to pink roses to unfinished projects everywhere. Thanks for joining me for this May garden tour. And my head gardener Tilly says bye guys too. She'll see you soon. I'm going to drag her out in summer and she's going to help me put up bunting and do some wildflower planting in her garden again. And she said to me, make sure you mention me because I'm the head gardener. So from Tilly and the roses, a second bye. Bye guys.